I'll say Jai Hind, you will say Hind, right? Let's start. Let's get the things rolling. Jai! Jai! Jai!
Leadership is not merely about directing, but about fostering an environment for people to thrive and grow. True leadership involves inspiring trust, cultivating a shared vision, and empowering individuals to reach their full potential. I am Kanshika, a third-year BBA student at IIT.
And I'm Abitanjay. We welcome you all to Leadership Talk Season 2, Episode 3, where we aspire to bring forth stories that inspire and motivates the youth.
This episode involves leadership skills and personalized growth, discussions that blend the two.
Today we have with us two esteemed army officials, Major Linendra Chauhan and Colonel Sunir Parmar. They both are exemplary in their army fields. Their journeys are a testament to their discipline, strategic thinking.
Major Nilendra Chauhan and Colonel Sunil Parmar have not only led their teams to success, but they've also inspired countless individuals to pursue excellence. This episode, get ready to feel inspired and be motivated.
Where we focus on providing actionable advice and real-life strategic thinking only at Leadership Talk Season 2.
Good afternoon, all, and a very warm welcome to Leadership Talks Season 2. Seek the leadership to find the leader in you. I know that you're all eagerly waiting for our today's session, but before we begin, let me give you a brief introduction about our guests of honor today, Colonel Sunil Parmar and Major Nilendra Chauhan. Colonel Parmar, after retiring from the army for 32 years of service, followed his long due passion in singing, and now he's a lyricist, composer, and a songwriter. On the other hand, Major Chauhan, he, after retiring from the army, worked in United Nations with Kabul, and now he also has his own self-funded sports academy. He's also the Vice President of UP Sports Athletics Association. So first of all, thank you for joining with us. Now, I would like my co-host Abhitanjay to explain our audience the rules and regulations for our today's session.
Thank you, Kanshika. Now I'll share the pattern for today's session. The session is going to be for a total of 90 minutes, where the first 45 minutes is an informative podcast with our dear guest, followed by the last 45 minutes of an interactive Q&A with your audience, where you will ask questions and clear your queries. I'd request all to be patient and wait for their turns. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhitanjay. So shall we start?
Please.
So first of all, how are you both doing?
I'm doing great.
Good. We are good.
That's great.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. Feeling young again.
Equally, sir.
Sir, are you excited?
Let me see how audience is excited. Good Josh. Very good Josh. I'll say Jai Hind, you will say Hind, right? Let's start. Let's get the things rolling. Jai! 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 We are now in.
So let's start with our first question. Colonel Parmar, you know when one is trying to explore their careers, सबको start करना होता है when in their early 20s. Army is a very mentally and a challenging profession, sir. Everybody has a turning point in their lives that make them think that they want to follow, and the passion for them. So what was your turning point in your life or a triggering incident that made you join the services, sir?
Actually, I joined Sainik School, Kunjpura, Karnal, where the motto of the school itself was to prepare young children for the army, for making them officers. That was the first one. Actually, it triggered off one evening when we had our old boys meeting. And in that old boys meeting, somebody came. I hope all of you know that Mr. Bhupender Singh Hooda, who is the ex-CM of Haryana, is also from Sainik School, Kunjpura. So he came on the stage and he said, I am so and so member of parliament. Everybody said, "Theek hai." Then a youngster came and he said, I am Lieutenant Kataria from infantry, and the kind of cheers and hootings happened for him. That was my turning point. That this is the career I would like to be respected in the same manner, and that actually made me thinking.
So moving ahead,
going to,
Paramahansa,
I should do that.
when one has made up their mind to join the forces, how should they proceed with their journey? As in, if somebody wants to join the army, navy, or air force right after graduation, what should be their course for action?
Look, firstly, in Indian Army, you can choose it to be a career after 12th also. That is the NDA or the technical entry scheme, which is applicable only for the science students. For all three services, Air Force, Navy and Army as well. Since most of you are going to be graduates, so that option is no longer there. First year students can try because they must be in that age bracket of TES. Otherwise, graduation ke baad you have an option of OTA or NDA. You have to give a CDS examination, which is a written examination, after which FCAT for the Air Force and similar test for the Navy. Then thereafter, once you have cleared that, you go for an SSB of 4 days, and once you clear that, then there is a medical, then there is a merit list. Now this is how it happens. How to prepare about it? Firstly, one has to be very clear in his mind that he wants to do it. As my friend brought out, it's not a job. It's you are looking at a life that you would like to spend that life. Unfortunately, when I interact with a lot of youngsters today, they say, I have exhausted this, I have exhausted my medical, I have exhausted my IIT options, I have exhausted this, and now I think I should try in the Indian Army. If you are going with that mindset, it may not happen. It cannot be your last option. If you really want to do it, it should be your first option. If it is your first option and you have prepared well for it, let me tell you, nothing will stop you. If it is an half-hearted attempt, things are likely not to go your way. So decide yourself, yes, I want to be there, I want to be part of this, and if it is your first option, I can tell you 90% you are going to go through. Success will be there for you.
Absolutely, sir. So you mentioned a point that make your plan A and set a goal for it. So goal setting, even I struggle with it, and if I make a to-do list for my morning, I often forget to do 90% of the things. So what advice would you give a young mind sitting here on goal setting, and what clarity or vision should they have regarding it?
Goals. Goals are very important. Simple fact. अगर मुझे पता नहीं मुझे कहाँ जाना है तो जाऊँगा कहाँ. आज मैं यहाँ हूँ, मुझे ये नहीं पता मुझे जाना कहाँ है, तो ये कैसे होगा कि कैसे जाऊँगा. फर्स्ट यू शुड नो आई एम हियर, आई वांट टू गो देयर, दिस इज़ द प्रोसेस, दिस इज़ द वे टू गो देयर. टू डू दैट यू नीड गोल सेटिंग्स. अब गोल क्या होते हैं? गोल कैन बी एनीथिंग. गोल कैन बी योर पर्सनल गोल, फैमिली गोल, फाइनेंशियल गोल, career goals, any goals. But setting, when you say goal setting का मतलब है this should be defined, this should be thought of. बहुत लोगों ने, आपने किताबें पढ़ी होंगी, बहुत जगह लिखा होता है set your goals, लेकिन मुझे बड़ा लेट मालूम पड़ा कि गोल्स को सेट कैसे करते हैं. मैं शेयर करता हूँ आपको, अगर आपको समझ में आए, you can try this process. If you do this process, let me tell you, your life will get clarified. You will know what steps next I have to take. It's a very simple process, but इसमें थोड़ा सा पेशेंस लगता है, थोड़ा सा डिसिप्लिन लगता है, बट करना बनता है. एक बार ये करेंगे, योर क्लैरिटी, मतलब यू विल गेट लॉट ऑफ क्लैरिटी. करना कैसे? कभी भी खाली समय में बैठ के टेक ए A4 size paper and just draw a line. Start writing. You write 1 to 50 in first column. Okay? Just close your eyes for 5 minutes. Think whatever you want in life. Start writing. Point 1, I want this. Point 2, point 3, point 3. You have to write 50. But believe you me, by the time आप 40-35 के आसपास पहुंचोगे, your goals will get adjusted. आपके सारे गोल लिख चुके होंगे आप. That is the time you still have 10 to write. अगर आपके 50 हो जाते हैं, आप 50 को 60 कर लो. Nothing. Goals has to be dynamic. आपको क्या change करना? Now you have jotted down a laundry list of the goals. Suppose you have written 50 of them. Now you really know that these are the things I want in my life. You can add it, that is on you. Okay. Now अब 50 goals तो एक साथ हो नहीं सकते. इन 50 को मुझे बाइफरकेट करना पड़ेगा कि मैं कैसे करूं. जो आपने 50 लिखे, पहन लो, उसकी नंबरिंग स्टार्ट कर लो. नंबर कैसे होगा? 1, 3, 5 and 10. अब ये 1, 3, 5, 10 क्या है? मतलब है कि एक साल में मुझे क्या क्या अचीव करना है, जो मुझे लगता है कि मुझे एक साल में ये मिल जाना चाहिए. 3 का मतलब है कि 3 इयर्स में मुझे क्या क्या करना है. 5 का मतलब है 5 इयर्स, 10 का मतलब है 10 इयर्स. जो बहुत लंबा गोल है आपका, उसको 10 प्लस में डाल दो या 10 इयर्स में डाल दो उसको, राइट. तो नाउ यू हैव डन द नंबरिंग 1, 3, 5, 10. मोटा मोटा आपको ये मालूम पड़ गया कि मुझे क्या क्या चाहिए और कितने साल में क्या चाहिए, राइट. अब आपने इनमें से पिक करना चालू करना है. उसी पेन पेपर पे एक लाइन और खींचना है, आपने लिखना है 10, फिर एक लाइन और खींचना है, एक और नया कॉलम बनाना है. एक्सेल पे भी कर सकते हो, बट बेटर टू राइट इन द पेन, राइट विद द पेन एंड पेपर. देन नेक्स्ट कॉलम यू फॉर 3 इयर्स, नेक्स्ट फॉर 1 ईयर. नाउ यू स्टार्ट पिकिंग गोल्स. जो आपने 1 ईयर के लिखे हैं, सपोज आपने 50 लिखे हैं, ऐसे कि 12 गोल एवरेज होंगे एक के, 48, 50. एक में किसी में ज़्यादा हो सकता है, कम ज़्यादा भी हो, बट यू हैव टू पिक अप ओनली 4. नाउ योर माइंड स्टार्ट वर्किंग कि मैंने 10 लिखे हैं एक साल में अचीव करने के लिए, अब इसमें से मुझे लेने तो 4 ही हैं. नाउ योर माइंड स्टार्ट थिंकिंग कि मैं 4 कौन से पिक करूं. दैट इज वेयर द प्रायोरिटी कम्स. आपकी प्रायोरिटी क्लियर हो जाएगी कि मुझे ये 10 में से 4 पहले साल में करने हैं और मेरे 4 टॉप गोल्स ये. ऐसे आपने 4 3 साल के लिए पिक किए, 4 आपने 5 साल के लिए पिक किए, 4 आपने 10 साल के लिए पिक किए. तो टोटल यू हैव गॉट 16 गोल्स, राइट. 16 गोल्स आपके पास हो गए. अब इन 16 गोल्स में आपको कम ज़्यादा करना है, बीच में यू कैन पिक अप 1, रिमूव अदर, देन यू मूव दीज गोल्स 16 गोल्स टू नेक्स्ट पेज, another page, and write it 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. And what you can do, you can either post it somewhere, you can make it your take a screenshot, you can put it on the computers, you can put in your wardrobe, you can just put in the diary or something. Thing is that कि गोल लिखने से गोल अचीव नहीं होंगे. गोल सेट तो हो गए, आपने बना दिया. एंड लेट मी टेल इट अगेन कि आप गोल को रिवाइज कर सकते हो. आपके गोल्स हैं, आप रिवाइज करो जब मर्जी है, बट एक प्रोसेस फॉलो करो. प्रोसेस फॉलो करोगे तो जल्दी हो जाएगा करने से, आपकी क्लैरिटी आ जाएगी. अब एक बार आपने गोल्स लिख लिए, अब लिखने से अगर अचीव हो जाते तो क्या हो जाता. अब क्या करना है, आपको उन गोल्स पे काम करना चालू करना है कि 1 ईयर में मुझे ये करने हैं. 1 ईयर को फर्दर आप डिवाइड कर सकते हो कि इसको मैं 6 मंथ में ये करना है, 3 मंथ्स में ये करना है. स्लोली क्या होगा, योर माइंड विल स्टार्ट नोइंग कि उसको क्या चाहिए. वंस योर माइंड स्टार्ट्स नोइंग क्या चाहिए, इट स्टार्ट्स अट्रैक्टिंग थिंग्स. इट इज समथिंग लाइक FM रेडियो सबने सुना है. सपोज आप 98.3 सुन रहे हैं, अच्छा नहीं लगा, आपने स्विच ओवर किया 104.2 पे, राइट. उस पर दूसरा गाना आ रहा है, 98 पे दूसरा आ रहा था, बट ये गाना था कहाँ, वेयर वॉज दैट म्यूजिक. It was there already in the air, you have just tuned in the frequency, right. Similar with the goals, you have to tune the frequency of that goal. Okay, they are already existing. Your goals, whatever you are thinking, matlab we say this thousands of years human civilization has been there. तो हमारे जैसे गोल्स बहुत लोगों ने बनाए होंगे, बहुत लोगों ने अचीव किए होंगे. हम कुछ बहुत बड़ा नया नहीं करने जा रहे होंगे लाइफ से रिलेटेड. तो दीज गोल्स आर, और इसको पूरे करने वाली जो चीज़ें हैं, जो इंग्रेडिएंट्स हैं, जो रिसोर्सेज हैं, वो ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग है यूनिवर्स में. यू हैव टू जस्ट टेप ऑन टू द रिसोर्सेज. तो वंस यू राइट द गोल, द प्रोसेस स्टार्ट्स. ओके, आई वांट दिस, तो माइंड स्टार्ट्स थिंकिंग लाइक दिस. सपोज आपको कनाडा जाना है तो आप कनाडा की ही फ्लाइट लेंगे, यूके की नहीं लेंगे. ओके, बट यू शुड बी क्लियर कि आपको जाना कहाँ है. तो गोल्स डिफाइन योर डायरेक्शन. basically. Then you have to put up the work to achieve them. This is the simple process. बोलना और समझना एक चीज़ है, एक बार आप करके देखो, आपको बहुत क्लैरिटी आएगी, बहुत ज़्यादा क्लैरिटी आएगी और गोल्स आपको दिखने लगेंगे, अचीव होते हुए दिखने लगेंगे. यू विल स्टार्ट नोइंग कि क्या अचीव करना है, कैसे अचीव करना है, क्या रिसोर्सेज चाहिए. सबसे बड़ी चीज़ क्या है, इट इज़ नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट कि व्हाट गोल यू अचीव, व्हाट इज इम्पॉर्टेंट व्हाट यू योरसेल्फ बिकम ड्यूरिंग द अचीवमेंट ऑफ दो गोल्स. आपने गोल सेट कर लिया, आपको अब ये बनना है कि मैं कैसा बन जाऊं जिससे मैं ये गोल अचीव कर सकूं. दैट इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट. तो चेंजेज इन योर पर्सनैलिटी, your own development, personal development is more important for achieving the goals. So set the goals, start the process, start the ball rolling, and you will get a lot of clarity. You will start achieving the goals. It can be any goal. All big people who are popular in media or everywhere, they have achieved something. They have done this process. If you go closer to them, if you go in their inner circle, they will tell you the similar things, that they have done this and they have achieved this. You can also do it. It's not a very big thing. Only thing is that you need clarity, because our energies are scattered. You have to focus and put energy at a particular place in a particular direction. That's what about goal setting that I follow, and I have almost achieved anything whatever I put my hand on, whatever I could think till this age.
Can I add something? होता क्या है ज़िंदगी में, आपकी उम्र में हम लोग भी थे, तो सच्ची से बताइएगा कितने बच्चे आज यहाँ हैं क्योंकि आपके पेरेंट्स चाहते थे कि आप यहाँ हैं. दे हैव सेट द गोल फॉर यू. कितने बच्चे यहाँ हैं बिकॉज माई फ्रेंड फ्रॉम स्कूल इज कमिंग एंड ज्वाइनिंग IIT. नाउ so all I want to say is it should be your driven goal. आपके दोस्त, आपकी अंदर की काबिलियत दोनों की सेम नहीं हो सकती. Your talent is your talent. Everybody has, आपने सुना है कि you are talented to do this. कोई गाने के लिए talented है, कोई एक्टिंग के लिए talented है, कोई डॉक्टर के लिए talented है. You have to analyze yourself कि मेरे अंदर भगवान ने ऐसा क्या दिया है जो मुझे करने में आसानी होती है और मुझे खुशी देगा. अगर वो चीज़ आप पहचान सकते हैं अपने अंदर कि मेरे अल्टीमेटली मुझे खुशी क्या मिलेगी, कहाँ मिलेगी, और मेरे अंदर सहजता किस में है करने के लिए, what comes to me easily, that's very important. That should help you setting your goal.
I hope the audience is jotting down these points. Sir, as we are on this topic, let's talk about manifestation. We as in this generation, we often feel that we should manifest for our dreams and goals. Sir, do you believe in manifestation? And in your line of profession, does it actually work or it is just a hearsay?
Manifestation actually works, but we generally don't know how to manifest and what to manifest. See, if you go to the spirituality part, if you see, there are two laws. One is law of manifestation. There is another law which is called law of reversibility. Okay, some people might have heard it. They are generally joined. Okay, law of reversibility, I'll tell you first. That says if water can be converted into vapor or ice, the reverse is also true. Okay, vapor can be converted back into water or the ice. So this is law of reversibility. In other sense, it is said that what you are seeking is also seeking you. Okay, what you are seeking is also seeking you. So now once you do this thing, you start doing some practices for manifestation and these start becoming reality. When I said goals, we were just talking about the goal setting. If you add manifestation to goal setting, the process becomes very fast. Okay, it is all depends on the mind. Okay, how the human structure works. We are soul. Okay, after soul it comes the subconscious mind, is the part of the soul. Okay, then comes your energy, which is called auras and chakras, you might have heard. After that comes your physical body. In the physical body also we have got five bodies. If you study yoga or other things, you will come to know that this is the real things which is there. So the physical body, we are saying there are 5 layers of it. Okay, so manifestation works at the inner layer. whatever you start seeking from the inside of you, it will start manifesting in your life. The law is that ki everything is existing into the universe, you have to seek, you have to find. So manifestation works, perfectly it works. You have to find the ways and means in practice. The best way of it is writing. Okay, suppose I want to achieve something. Okay, suppose I want to buy a helicopter for the sense. Okay, now I know it is a big dream to buy a chopper. Okay, but I targeted in 10 years I want to buy. Okay, it's a big thing. By the way, it is not a big thing. My own senior runs a helicopter company. He has 10 of them. Okay, so it's not that big a thing. Okay, the company's name is Aryan Aviation. You can Google it. Okay, he is again a retired Fauji, and he has done it in 15 years. He has been able to do it. Oh, and just an example. Suppose I want to, I have written it this. I want to buy a. Chalo, forget the helicopter. Come to Ferrari. That everybody likes. Okay, I want to buy that. I start writing. Okay, but I have to write in the present tense. Present tense in the sense that I want to feel I own a Ferrari. I want to behave like this. Okay, I have this color Ferrari. Okay, I am opening the door. I have to feel. The more feelings you involve with your goals, the easier it is to achieve them. Then the things start attracting towards you. वो कायनात वाला एक डायलॉग था ना शाहरुख खान का, क्या था कोई बताएगा? क्या? थोड़ा ढंग से शाहरुख खान की तरह नहीं हो पाएगा? अच्छा, किससे हो पाएगा? बिल्कुल शाहरुख खान के स्टाइल में कोई है? एक तो कहो यार, इतने टैलेंटेड लोग हो आप लोग. हाँ, वेरी गुड. बस, दिस इज द लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन. दिस इज द रियल लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन एंड दिस वर्क्स. ओके, so goal setting, manifestation, law of attraction, law of reversibility, together when you combine, you can achieve anything. Okay, so manifestation work, these are real things.
So let's move forward and let me ask you a question about women empowerment. We have a lot of women sitting here, and being a girl, even I had a thought, to join the army, but I was never somebody, I thought I wasn't capable of doing it. And now army was always a profession जहाँ पर males को सबसे ज़्यादा imagine किया जाता था because it was very male oriented. And we could never imagine women on the war field, sir. Parmar sir, you joined army in 1987 and Chauhan sir, you joined in 2000. There's almost like a decade of gap between you two. So what do you think? Is our government still orthodox about women joining the army? And आप दोनों का experience क्या था during that time? Let's start with you, Parmar sir.
You want an honest answer or you want a made up answer?
So honesty is the best policy.
You see, आर्मी, एयरफोर्स और नेवी तीनों अलग अलग चीज़ें हैं. जहाँ तक आर्मी का सवाल है, इट इज़ लीडरशिप ओरिएंटेड. एयरफोर्स, इफ़ यू आर ए फाइटर पायलट, it is you alone and with a machine. You are going to impact the battlefield. So it is your own personal capability which will decide the result, outcome of the war. But जब आप लड़ाई के मैदान में होते हैं तो army is divided into lot many organizations, like small organization, signals, ordnance, ASC, lot of other things, armored, mech. Whereas partly ladies can be successful in signals, in tech oriented or supply oriented forces, but when it comes to actual battlefield, let's say armored, mech and infantry, थोड़ा सा problem है, because वहाँ पे आपको you have to lead men and you are on one order, they should be able to make the supreme sacrifice. Now supreme sacrifice is okay, he should be ready to lay down his life on your orders. So that kind of a leadership, and a leader has to be in front. He has to lead it from the front. So I think as of now, this is my personal take, barring from that, they are required in Navy, they can be successful in Navy, they can be they're definitely successful in Air Force, And as far as army is concerned, in the allied forces, yes, but the fighting force, we have to take a call. मतलब अभी I don't think ladies are still ready to be there.
That's a responsible answer, sir. So, what's your viewpoint on this, Chauhan sir?
Bit different from sir.
Okay.
Sir is from NDA and I am from OTA. OTA is Officers Training Academy, where girls also get trained. So my barracks were just close to girls' barrack. My company was just next to girls. I found them equally capable. Equally. Their training and our training were a bit different. Okay. Criteria were slightly lower for them, looking at the physical standard and all. But whatever criteria they had, they were damn good, equally good. This is very practical of sir saying in technical branches, in services, they are doing much better. When it comes to the field conditions, due to the physical requirements, due to the male oriented thing, and with the fear of getting caught by insurgents or maybe the militants or the enemy, so there are some restrictions, but this is a migratory phase. Okay, we are in the transition. Few years down the line, they will be included everywhere and they will be equal with the males like in other countries. But this is a transition, so we are just witnessing the transition. Another 5 years, 10 years, almost equal things will come, and there is already a lot of vacancies being created. I have been part of the case which was filed in High Court for the Permanent Commission of Women. So my partner, my batchmate, his wife is serving. She filed along with 2 others. So I am thoroughly aware of the case. On the basis of that case only, women have got permanent commission into army. Now they get equal rank like the male counterparts. It is true, it is the balancing act, and this is the transitionary phase. So we have to wait and watch where all they can fit in. Otherwise, capability wise, they are equally capable. Situational things are a bit different. They will also be tackled in the due time.
और इससे पहले कि आप लोग मुझे गलत समझें, मेरा कभी भी ये कहने का मतलब नहीं था कि आप उस लायक नहीं हैं, लेकिन लड़ाई के जो हालात होते हैं, जो हमारे जवान हैं, जो आपके, मैंने कहा ना, आपके एक ऑर्डर पे उनको अपनी ज़िंदगी दाव पे लगानी है, वो जो एक, हु इज़ ए लीडर, एनीबडी हु कैन टेल मी. Okay, let's just 2 minutes if I can ask that. Yeah, anybody who can explain leadership. Yeah, please.
Who can bring a lot of people together and like make them work together and know how to adjust things according to everyone's convenience.
Good. Anybody else would like to add something? Yeah, please.
Anyone who would be responsible for the outcome of the entire situation.
Okay, great. You can, simplify it a bit.
In army itself.
No, you are right. I am just trying to say simplify for others to understand.
In the army itself, for example, I am the leader and I have a battalion with me. So I would be responsible for their lives while I am giving them their orders, right? So that's it.
Okay, एक second. For me, any leader is who can take control of any situation which is presented before him in life. Any situation. If there is a fire here, let me tell you, out of 100 people present here, है ना, 80 would say कि चलो बाहर निकलने का रास्ता देखते हैं. 20 होंगे जो बोलेंगे इधर से निकलो, इधर से जाओ. Another 10 will run for the water buckets and fire extinguishers. So it is that leadership which matters. You have to take control of a situation. If you can take control of a situation, divide whatever resources are with you, you are leader. It happens with you every day in life. घर में बिजली चली गई, you can wait, मम्मा बिजली चली गई. Second guy gets up, वो देखता है नीचे वो गिर तो नहीं गया, उसको MC को ऊपर कर देना. That is also leadership. You are not waiting for somebody else to do things for you. When you start taking control of a situation, you are a leader, right? Now in army, how it is different in the army? Is it different in the army? No. Leadership, I am talking about leadership. Now this leadership has to manifest in them accepting you as a leader. Until and unless these people accept you as a leader, they will not lay down the life. And these people come from rural areas. Sorry to say about them, but they have been brought up in that environment. It is not their fault. Like my friend said, 5 years, 10 years down the line, I think it will take 50 years down the line to change their mindset. A lady can also lead. Jhansi ki Rani could fight. I am not against them. But she was able to make her army accept her as a leader. So that is where my point was. कि आज का जो सिचुएशन है उसमें वो सोच ही नहीं सकते कि हमें कोई लेडी ऑफिसर लीड करेगी. That is what I was trying to say.
Just
Sir, so the training for men and women, is it very much different, or like how's the development phase?
No, it is not very much different. Only thing is that as per the physical endurance, the criteria is a bit relaxed one. Okay, for men it is a bit difficult. Reason being, in defense forces what happens, it is not like you are sitting in the office and you are guiding somebody. It is leading from the front basically. And to lead from the front, you have to be capable of their capability. Only then they will respect you, only then they will listen to you. So soldiers generally come, like sir said, rural background. So they are physically very strong. Okay. Officers are trained in such a way, they are physically equal at least with them. Then they have to be mentally strong, emotionally strong, strategically they should study also, they should read also and implement also. So the training becomes tougher for the officers particularly, okay, much more tougher than the soldiers, because they are more focused on the physical part, and as an officer you are focused more on the physical, mental, emotional, everything in one place. So that is why it becomes tough. When it comes to training women officers and male, strategy is same, curriculum is same, okay. You say suppose male has to run 40 kilometers, it can be reduced for them, say 25 kilometers. Okay, timing can be reduced or increased depending on this. That is the only difference. Otherwise, they also learn the same thing. Okay, this is the
Right, sir. Sir, so as we are on this topic, I personally want to ask this. Sir, we as civilians, we just mostly believe what we see in the movies and the web series. Sir, so as somebody who has actually experienced it in the real life, sir, is it true and till which extent? We can start with Parmar, sir.
Movies are movies. They are fictional. We understand. There are very few movies. I don't know how many of you seen Hakikat. It was based on a Chinese war, 1962. It was a bit close to what actually happens in the army. I'm sure he'll. Border was again a little bit, except those songs and all. Those they were, I think, fabricated. Otherwise, it portrayed a very good picture of it. Lakshya and LOC, all these movies they have come.
And so what about the recent ones?
Fighter, Air Force man.
Yes, sir.
Which one? Recent? Sorry.
Fighter was, I think, the recent one.
Yeah. It is actually it doesn't happen that way. To get into an Air Force station, and that too in the operational briefing is going on, and if you are not part of it, it is not possible. You can be part of it. So all those, because he had to be there and things had to be done in his way. But मैं एक बात दिल से कह सकता हूँ कि अगर एक बार आप उसका हिस्सा बन गए ना, चाहे आर्मी हो, एयरफोर्स हो, नेवी हो, और आप अगर जीना जानते हैं, if you know how to live life, then you are going to be the most happy person. लेकिन अगर आप इसलिए जा रहे हैं कि कुछ ना कुछ तो करना है ज़िंदगी में और पैसा कमाना है, तो आई थिंक दैट्स अ रॉन्ग प्रोफेशन। जो फैसिलिटीज़ एक आर्मी आपको देती है, जिसके पास 100 करोड़ का मालिक है ना, शायद वो भी उन फैसिलिटीज़ को एंजॉय नहीं कर सकता, मतलब वो देख नहीं सकता, मिल नहीं सकते उसको। तो अगर आपको लाइफ जीनी है, आर्मी, एयरफोर्स, नेवी इज द बेस्ट प्लेस टू बी देयर। दैट्स ऑल आई कैन टेल यू।
मूवीज़ और रियल लाइफ में जितना मैं, बहुत डिफरेंस क्या है, मेजर जो डिफरेंस है 2 पॉइंट का है। मूवी में एक हीरो होता है, आर्मी में सब हीरो हैं। हर सोल्जर हीरो है, डूइंग द सेम वर्क जो कैप्टन साहब, मेजर साहब कर रहा है, वही जवान कर रहा है। तो आर्मी में फोकस अलग है, सब पे है, सबका कंट्रीब्यूशन है। एक लिंक मिसिंग हो गया तो सारा का सारा प्लान खराब हो जाए, कितने लोग मारे जाएंगे। तो देयर कैन नॉट बी वीक लिंक। मूवीज में एक को हीरो बनाना है, ही बिकम्स ए मल्टी फेसेटेड पर्सनैलिटी, ही बिकम्स सुपर ह्यूमन, ऐसा रियलिटी में नहीं होता। बट मूवी बेचनी है, कॉमर्शियल प्रोडक्शन है, तो मसाला तो डालना पड़ेगा। मसाला डाल रहे हैं, बेच रहे हैं, एग्जेजरेशन है चीज़ों का, बट बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट उठाते हैं। तो इट इज़ अप टू यू व्हाट यू कंज्यूम। एंजॉय द मसाला, कंज्यूम द रियल कंटेंट, कंज्यूम द इंटेंट ऑफ इट, दैट्स इट।
सर, मिलिटेंट्स एंड मिलिट्री दोनों को लड़ने का मन करता है आजकल, तो पहले तो प्लीज गिव आवर ऑडियंस अ ब्रीफ अबाउट व्हाट इज मिलिटेंट्स एंड हु आर दे।
Militants are anti-national elements. Now, the most unfortunate part is that they are your countrymen. वो रास्ता भटक गए हैं, है ना, और उनका रास्ता भटकाने वाले बहुत सारे लोग हैं। 1995 में मैं पुंछ में पोस्टेड था। एक यंग लड़का ट्रेनिंग करके, मस्ट बी अबाउट 15 ईयर्स ओल्ड, ट्रेनिंग करके वापस आ रहा था, तो वी कॉट होल्ड ऑफ हिम एंड वी डिडंट किल हिम। बिकॉज वी वर एबल टू कैच हिम आराम से, देयर वाज नो फायर फाइट विच टुक प्लेस, वी कॉट हिम। सो आफ्टर सम टाइम, आफ्टर क्वेश्चनिंग, आई रियलाइज्ड ही इज एब्सोल्युटली अ नोबल सोल, बट I need to ask him a question कि भाई तू मिलिटेंट बना क्यों है? Why are you there? Anybody who can guess answer from him कि why he became a militant? Most stupid reason. Okay, no. 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 Girlfriend. आई आस्क्ड हिम, ये क्यों भाई? कहता है जिससे मैं शादी करना चाहता हूँ उसका बाप शादी नहीं करने दे रहा, अब मैंने हथियार उठा लिया, अब वो भागा भागा आएगा कि मेरी लड़की से शादी कर। सो एट टाइम्स सच स्टूपिड रीजंस कैन बी देयर फॉर पीपल टू बिकम मिलिटेंट्स। आर्मी इज नॉट ए सॉल्यूशन टू मिलिटेंसी। आर्मी के पास कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं। हम वो ग्राउंड पे ला सकते हैं उसको जहाँ से नेगोशिएशंस करके और एक पीस प्रोसेस को शुरू किया जाए। बिलीव यू मी, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू किल योर ओन पीपल, इट्स नॉट ईजी। इट्स अब आप सबको लगता होगा बड़ा आसान है, बंदूक उठाया मार दिया। नो, इट्स नॉट। अनटिलनेस एक्चुअली वी किल पीपल इन सेल्फ डिफेंस। दैट इज वाई अगर आप कोई भी चीज़ पढ़ेंगे ना, यू नो, एनी रिसर्च विच हैव बीन डन, आपको पता चलेगा कि आर्मी कैजुअलिटीज एट टाइम्स इन एन ऑपरेशन सरपास दी कैजुअलिटीज ऑफ मिलिटेंट्स। जब हमारे ऊपर कोई फायर करेगा तो हम फिर वी कैन नॉट रिस्ट्रेन आवरसेल्व्स, बट एज आई सेड ही डिड नॉट फायर, हमने उसको पकड़ लिया सिर्फ। तो मिलिटेंसी इज आर्मी कैन ओनली क्रिएट अ सुटेबल ग्राउंड जहाँ से बातचीत शुरू होगी. लाइक इन JNK, it is ultimately the political will of a nation. इस सरकार को वो ज़रूरत थी कि वो चाहते थे कि भैया इसका सोल्यूशन निकालना, उन्होंने निकाल दिया. आज 377 हटने की वजह से JNK में इतनी ज़्यादा प्रोग्रेस है, लोग जा रहे हैं, बिजनेस है, करोड़ों लोग घूम रहे हैं, तो उनको खाना पीना मिल रहा है. This is the solution which will ultimately bring down the militancy. आर्मी डंडा मार के शांत कर सकती है फॉर सम टाइम, बट देन इंटरवेंशन ऑफ द पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम हैज टू कम. और जब वो सिस्टम इंटरवीन करेगा एक पॉजिटिव थॉट के साथ, नॉट नेगेटिव, पॉजिटिव थॉट के साथ कि भाई हमें इसको संभालना है, तभी वो सिस्टम संभलेगा.